Excuse me, I burped. Alright, everyone, requested by the VHSBrony. We're gonna do 3-in-1. We're gonna do my 3-in-1 VHS collection for 2020, in which I'm gonna show you my Hollywood, Miramax, and Dimension titles. I've got $13 Hollywood tapes and let me start over. It's just like I already skipped the tape. Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22 Miramax tapes and 10 Dimension tapes. Now this is going to be a long video like last time. We're going to go ahead and get this started with the Hollywood tapes. First tape I have is a 1997 VHS of The Associate with Whoopi Goldberg. Outrageously funny. It's WBAI Radio New York. Whoopi is a house at CBS TV New York. Behind every great man is a woman. Where should he get the hell out of her way? I got this VHS off eBay. A must-see, says American Urban Radio Networks. Whoopi Goldberg is also from Sister Act 1 and 2 and Eddie. And Tim Daly is also from the TV show Wings. And Diane West is also is Academy Award winning actor for The Birdcage. Trivia says CBS TV New York. It's based upon the motion picture Last of E. Can't pronounce it right, so. Rated PG-13 is 114 minutes. And here's what that tape looks like for The Associate. Put on September 29th, 1998, even though it's a 1997 VHS. Next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of Before and After with Meryl Streep and Liam Neeson. A murder, a suspect, a shadow of a doubt. Reviving to WBAI Radio. Meryl Streep is also from the Virgins of Madison County, and Death Becomes Her. And also Liam Neeson is also from Schindler's List and Rob Roy. Powerful, says ABC Radio Network. It's based on the book by Rosalind Brown. Rated PG-13, and it's 108 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Before and After for August 26, 1996. Even though it's a 1998 VHS. Next tape I have, got stack tapes so that way it's easier. Next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of G.I. Jane with Demi Moore. High power, says the Boston Globe. 2 thumbs up, says Siskel and Ebert. Failure is not an option. I got this VHS, I think, of Goodwill. Highly entertaining, says WBAI Radio New York. X-Science is LA Weekly. Also, and Demi Moore is from Disclosure and Incident Proposal. And Ridley Scott is also from Alien and Thelma and Louise. The performance of her career since NBC TV New York. Rated R, it's 125 minutes. And here's what it looks like for G.I. Jane. It was put on June 10th, 1999, even though it's a 1998 VHS. Next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of Gone Fishin' with Joe Pesci and Danny Glover. Big laughs at Chicago Tribune. I got this VHS from Bay Farm. When this pair hooks up, even the fish are laughing. Danny Glover's from the Lethal Weapon series, and Joe Pesci is from My Cousin Vinny and Lethal Weapon 2. Good finds the Chicago Tribune. Rated PG, and it's 94 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Gone Fishin'. Put on March 19th, 2002, even though it's a 1998 VHS. Next tape I have is a 1995 VHS of Guilty as Sin, with Rebecca De Mornay and Don Johnson. Thumbs up says Roger Ebert says Skull and Ebert. An erotic thriller says Los Angeles Times. Guilty as Sin winds up in Hitchcock territory, says the New York Times. Rebecca De Mornay also stars in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and Don Johnson also stars in Paradise. A game of very high stakes, says New York Daily News. Radar's 107 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Guilty as Sin. Put on March 9th, 1997. Even though it's a 1995 VHS. Next tape I have is 1994 VHS of Medicine Man with Sean Connery and Lorianne Bracco. Spectacularly thrilling, says the Washington Post. On the trail of the amazing discovery, he finds explosive adventure. I got this VHS from Goodwill. A completely fascinating adventure, says NBC TV Los Angeles. And Sean Connery is the best supporting actor from The Untouchables, and we got John McTiernan from The Hunt for October and Die Hard. And it's also co-starring Lorianne Bracco from Goodfellas. Rated PG-13, and it's 105 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Medicine Man. Put on January 24th, 1994. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS of Mr. Holland's Opus with Richard Dreyfuss. One of the year's 10 best is Europost, WBAI Radio, and CNN TV. Two thumbs up, says Skull and Ebert. Irresistible, says the Today Show. I got this VHS off of eBay. 4 stars, still minutes, it says WBAI Radio. Also co-starring Glenn Headley for Immortal Thoughts and Olympia Dukakis from Moonstruck. Wonderful, says sneak previews. Rated PG is 143 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Mr. Holland's Opus. For on June 8th, 1997. Next tape I have is the 1997 VHS The Rock with Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, and Ed Harris. A slam-bang action thriller, says Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times. This is the letterbox edition. I got this VHS. I think it's from Goodwill or something. Spectacular, says NBC TV. A rock-solid Adrenaline Rush as the movie Minutes. Starring Sean Connery from The Hunt for October, Nicolas Cage, the 1995 Best Actor for Leaving Las Vegas, and Ed Harris from Apollo 13. The thrill ride of the year is WHYY TV Philadelphia. Rated R is 136 minutes, and here's what the tape looks like for The Rock. Put on November 15th, 1998, even though it's a 1997 VHS. Next tape I have is a 1993, I think, VHS of Sarafina, with Whoopi Goldberg. Sensational to CBS Radio. A must-see, says ABC TV New York. She was their teacher. They were her hope. I got this VHS from Goodwill. Vibrant, says the New York Times. Dazzling, says Los Angeles Daily News. Whoopi Goldberg is the best supporting actress from Ghost and Sister Act. It's based upon the play Sarafina by Mangini Jima. Rated PG-13, it's 98 minutes, and here's what the tape looks like for Sarafina. It was put on March 24th, 1997, even though it's a 1993 VHS. Whoop. Oh, oh. There we go. Next tape I have is a 1997 VHS of Shadow Conspiracy. With Charlie Sheen, Donald Sutherland, and Linda Hamilton. Action packs is Fort Lauderdale Sentinel. I think I got this VHS from Goodwill. This action pack delivers Charlie Sheen from Thermal Velocity, Jake Conrad for Donald Sutherland Outbreak, and Linda Hamilton for Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Rated R is 104 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Shadow Conspiracy. And it was printed on July 22nd, 1997. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment, the #1 thriller of all time. I got this VHS, I think from Goodwill, I think. The most involving, intelligent psychological thriller in the long time since Good Morning America. Bruce Willis from Armageddon and The Siege, and Haley Joel Osment for Forrest Gump. Bonus feature includes Rules and Clues. Rated PG-13 to 107 minutes, and here's what the tape looks like for The Sixth Sense, printed on March 20th, 2000. The next tape I have is the 1997 VHS of Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore, outrageously funny, says ABC Radio Network. He's a relative nightmare. I got this VHS from Bay Farm. Hilarious is Los Angeles Daily News. Zays is a Chicago Tribune, French ABC TV Los Angeles. Polly Stars from the Chino Man, and Carl Giugino is from This Boy's Life. Rated PG-13, it's 96 minutes, and here's what it looks like for Son-in-Law from April 19th, 2000. Last tip I have from Hollywood Pictures is a 1995 VHS of While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. A winner says the Boston Globe, irresistible to USA Today, 2 thumbs up to Cecil and Ebert. Plenty of Fights, the San Francisco Chronicle. Sandra Bullock is from Speed and Smolleton Man. And Peter Gallagher is from Malice. And Bill Pullman is from Sleepless in Seattle. Rated PG, and it's 103 minutes. And here's what it looks like for While You Were Sleeping. And it was put on September 8th, 1995. Alright, and now we move on to the Miramax tapes, starting off the Pokemon clamshells. First tape I have is a 2003 VHS of Pokemon Forever, Selfie the Voice of the Forest. The all-new full-length movie plus exclusive Pokemon shorts. Outstanding, the best one ever. Kids will love it. It's Film Advisory Board. Featuring Elijah, Selby, and Suskun. Undeniably cute, a slam dunk for choice. It's time out in New York. I got this VHS off eBay. Exclusive toy man, never before seen Pokemon short, not seen in theaters. Rated G8 and 79 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Pokemon Forever Selby, the Voice of the Forest. And it was put on March 24th, 2003. Next tape I have is the 2004 VHS of Pokemon Heroes, Latios and Latios. It includes ever before seen Pokemon shorts. I got this VHS off of eBay. And I forgot to tell you, Pokemon Forever Selby, the Voice of the Forest, has the anime short Pikachu's Peekaboo. And Pokemon Heroes the movie, Latios and Latios, have the anime shorts Camp Pikachu. Kids that love Pokemon will have a blast, as Washington Post. Exclusive 20-minute never before seen Pokemon short not seen this or on television. Rated G in 71 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Pokemon Heroes. Oh, it's still fine. And it was put on December 27th, 2003, even though it's a 2004 VHS. Alright. And now for the next tape I have. So not from the 90s, from the 2000s. 2004 VHS of Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker. An all-new movie plus never before seen Pokemon shorts. I got this VHS on eBay. It's got the Pokemon anime short Gotta Dance. I've never seen this animated short before. I can't show you that because of copyright claims. Exclusive never before seen Pokemon short not seen theaters or on television. Rated, not rated, I think. Is it rated? I don't think it's rated. Not rated, it's 81 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker, put on April 28th, 2004. Next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of Albino Alligator with Faye Dunaway and Gary Sinise and Matt Dillon. Intense as Rolling Stone. They planned the perfect crime until it all went perfectly wrong. I got this VHS off of eBay. Kevin Spacey's directorial debut stands out as Philadelphia Inquirer. And Kevin Spacey in 1995 as a boy actor also stars in the Usual Suspects. And Matt Dillon also stars in Beautiful Girls and Gary Sinise and Forrest Gump. Also co-starring Faye Dunaway from Joanne DeMarco. Superb performances is New York Post. Rated R, and it's 94 minutes. And here's what the tip looks like for Albino Alligator. Put on December 14th, 2002, even though it's a 1998 VHS. Next tape I have as a 1997 VHS of Blue in the Face with Victor Argo, Giancarlo Esposito, Michael J. Fox, Mel Gorham, Josh, Harvey Keitel, Lou Reed, Roseanne Marzorino, Lily Tomlin, and Malik Yoba. Free Big Laughs, Big Stars. Freewheeling Bunches, Los Angeles Daily News. Aslab Happy Rumps, the Chicago Tribune. Entertainment moviegoers nationwide. A new movie by Wayne Wong and Paul Auster. Full-length screener for video retailers only. I got this VHS like it was off of eBay. No, I got this VHS from Goodwill. It was good from Goodwill. Now, hilarious follow-up to Smoke. Star Power Comedy Final, hilarious follow-up to Smoke. Hollywood stars, proven video star Harvey Keitel. Favorite Michael J. Fox, even popular Roseanne. Sizzling Morris Sorvino. And Michael J. Fox is the American resident of Hollywood. And ever popular Roseanne as CW ABC TV's Roseanne, and Sizzling Morris Sorvino from Beautiful Girls, Mighty Upper Right. Audiences Crazy Broad, 7 out of 10 moviegoers rated, excellent to very good. Watch for VHV's Hollywood Hit Summers rental program, the hottest rental boosting promotion ever. Rated R. Shit. Oh. It's even got the sticker label faded, but the tape still works. From March 11th, 1996. Next tape I have is a 2001 VHS of Bounce with Ben Affleck and Gwyneth Paltrow. Two strangers fell in love. One knew it wasn't by chance. Two thumbs up says Eva Roper in the movies. The best romance of the year says MI1 News. I got this VHS from Goodwill. Terrific, ultra sleek, comparable to Jerry Maguire, and as good as it gets, says New York Times. Ben Affleck is the best original screenplay actor from Good Will Hunting and Pearl Harbor, and Gwyneth Paltrow is the best actress from Shakespeare in Love and The Talented Mr. Ripley. Also co-starring Tony Goldwyn from The Sixth Sense. No, not The Sixth Sense. Also co-starring Tony Goldwyn from The Sixth Day and Kiss the Girls, and Natasha Henstridge from The Whole Nine Yards. Ben Affleck's most winning and emotionally dynamic screen work to date. Gwyneth Paltrow is as supple an actress as we've got. It's Entertainment Weekly. Rated PG-13 for some language and sensuality, and it's 106 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Bounce from November 17, 2001. Next tape I have is the 2003 VHS of Chicago with Renee Zellweger, Richard Gere, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. The best picture of the year is USA Today. I've got this VHS from Dad while he's sewing them in case I needed them. Oh, this is blog, so I can't read that shit. Queen Latifah is sensational to Styles Morning News. Starring Renee Zellweger from Bridget Jones' Diary, Catherine Zeta-Jones from Traffic, and Queen Latifah from Bring Down the House, Richard Gere from Unfaithful, and co-starring Velma Kelly from Zeta-Jones and Roxy Hart from Zellweger. No, wait. Roxy Hart's the character, sorry. And Velma Kelly from Zeta-Jones. Wait. Velma Kelly's the character, sorry. Also co-starring John C. Reilly from Gangs in New York and Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels. 2 thumbs up, says Eber Roper. Rated PG-13 for sexual content and dialogue violence and thematic elements, 113 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Chicago, and it's got a Blockbuster label. Next tape I have is the 2001 VHS of the Sire House Rules. Academy Award winner, Best Supporting Actor Michael Caine, and adapted the screenplay John Irving as the author. I got this VHS, I think from Goodwill. Well, it's got that sticker tag, Blockbuster back tag blocked. Starring Tobey Maguire from Pleasantville, The Ice Storm, and Wonder Boys, and Charlize Theron from Wander Games and The Devil's Advocate. One of the best pictures of the year is Los Angeles Times. It's based on a novel by John Irving, rated PG-13 to 125 minutes. And here's what it looks like for the Sire House Rules, and it's got a Blockbuster label. Now for the next tape I have, is 1998 VHS of Copland for Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, and Robert De Niro. No one's above the law. A knock your socks off thriller to CNN. I got this VHS off of eBay. 4 stars, powerhouse performances, says Fox TV. One of the most anticipated films of the year, says the Chicago Tribune. Rated R, it's 105 minutes. And here's a table spec for Copland. Put on March 26, 1998. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of Down to You with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Julia Stiles. Cool bonus hot music video. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Julia Stiles shines as Los Angeles Times. The irresistible comedy about giving first love a second chance. Non-stop sexy fun. Starring Freddie Prinze Jr. from She's All Dead and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Julia Stiles from 10 Things I Hate About You. Also co-starring Henry Winkler from The Waterboy and Selma Blair from Cruel Intentions, and also starring Hardesty from Outside Providence and The Faculty. Freddie Prinze Jr. burns up the screens as Montreal Gazette. Rated PG-13, it's 92 minutes, and here's what it looks like for Down to You. It was put on November 11, 2000. Next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of Good Will Hunting with Robin Williams, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Minnie Driver. Academy Award winner Best Supporting Actress Robin Williams and Best Original Screenplay Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I got this VHS off of eBay. The best picture of the year is for CBS TV. 2 big thumbs up, says Cisco Meebert. Also, it's starring Minnie Driver from Gross Point Blank and Ben Affleck from Armageddon. Rated R, 126 minutes. And here's the tape looks like for Good Will Hunting. It was put on November 13th, 1999. And now for the next tape I have. Next tape I have is a 1998. Actually, is that 1998? I don't think so. 2000 VHS of An Ideal Husband with Kate Blanchett, Minnie Driver, Rupert Everett, Julianne Moore, and Jeremy Northam. A witty comedy, says Paper Magazine. Thumbs up, says Roger Ebert. He just doesn't know it yet. Playful, says Entertainment Weekly. I got this VHS from Goodwill. Star Rupert Everett from Shakespeare in Love and My Best Friend's Wedding. And starring Jeremy Northam from Happy Texas Mimic. Also starred Kate Blanchett from Elizabeth. Also starring Minnie Driver from Good Will Hunting and Grosse Pointe Blank. And starring Julianne Moore from Boogie Nights and The Lost World Jurassic Park. Immensely entertaining, says New York Observer. It's based on a play by Oscar Wilde. Rated PG-13, it's 98 minutes. And here's what it looks like for An Ideal Husband from April 2nd, 2002. Emails to sales of VHS. Next tape I have is a 2004 VHS of Kill Bill Volume 1. The 4th film by Quentin Tarantino, written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. I got this VHS from off eBay. Astonishing, says Newsweek. Quentin Tarantino also directed Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown. Starring Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction, Lucy Liu from Charlie's Angels in Chicago, and Bishop A. Fox from Who Can Play That Game. Also co-starring David Carradine. Two Thumbs Way Up, says Zebra Roper. Radar for strong bully violence, language, and some sexual content. It's 111 minutes. It's based on the character of the bride, created by QNU. And here's what it looks like for Kill Bill Volume 1. And it's got 2 print dates. March 8th, 2004 and March 12th, 2004. Next tape I have is 1,000 VHS of my life so far. With Colin Firth, Rosemary Harris, Irene Jacob, Becky Caro, Mary Elizabeth Patronio, and McCall McDowell. Thumbs up, delightful from end to end, says Roger Ebert. After this summer, their lives will never be the same. Charming and Funny, says E! Channel. Starring Colin Firth from Shakespeare in Love, Mary Elizabeth Patronio from Limbo, and Malcolm McDowell from Mr. Magoo. And also co-starring Irene Jacob from U.S. Marshals and Rosemary Harris from Hamlet. A Sumptuous Illness, Los Angeles Times. It's based on the book Son of Adam by Sir Dennis Foreman. Rated PG-13, it's 95 minutes, and here's what it looks like for my life so far. It's called Hollywood Video Label. Next tape I have is the 1990. No, this tape's from not from the 90s, from the early 2000s. 2000 VHS of Outside Providence. From the guys who made their Something About Mary. Side-splittingly funny, says Stan Madison in the New York Times. Wild bonus, never before seen gross out footage. Tim's getting a future whether he likes it or not. Hilarious, it's WCBS TV. Starring Alec Baldwin from The Edge and Mercury Rising, Tiffany Dunphy from Sean Huddlesey and Right Here in the Back you'll see. And also co-starring Amy Smart from Varsity Blues and George Wendt from Cheers. Exclusive bonus, totally gross footage and you won't believe. Very funny, this is Newsweek. And it's based upon a novel by Peter Farrelly. Radar, it's 96 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Outside Providence. And was printed on February 22nd, 2000. The print date's a little faded. Next tape I have is a 2005 VHS of Pokemon Destiny Deoxys. An all-new movie featuring never before seen footage. It doesn't have any special features at the end of this tape, but at least I got it from Goodwill. No, I think at least I got this tape off of eBay, and this is the last Pokemon VHS. That's the last Pokemon VHS tape to be released on VHS. This is the last Pokemon movie to be released on VHS. Not rated, it's 98 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Pokemon Destiny Deoxys. Printed on January 11, 2005. Whoop. Nope. Next tape I have. I'm not gonna let this happen. I'm not gonna give up on that shit. Next tape I have is the 2002 VHS of Serendipity with John Cusack, and Kate Beckinsale. A matchless romantic comedy since Gene led to the Today Show, Destiny with a sense of humor. I got this VHS from Goodwill. A perfect blend of comedy and romance is Fox TV. Also co-starring... Actually, wait, I'm supposed to read the title first. Starring John Cusack from America's Sweethearts and High Fidelity, and Kate Beckinsale from Pearl Harbor and Broke Down Palace. Also co-starring Jeremy Piven from The Family Man and Very Bad Things, and Molly Shannon from Superstar Never Been Kissed. Living and Delightful as New York Observer. Rated PG-13 for a scene of sexuality and brief language. And it's 91 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like. Sort of Serendipity. And it was printed on October 25th, 2002. Next tape I have. I never showed you this tape yet. Actually, I showed you this tape before, but not in this collection video. It's a 1999 VHS of Shakespeare in Love with Gwyneth Paltrow, Joseph Fiennes, Jeffrey Rush, Colin Firth, Ben Affleck, and Judi Dench. 7 Academy Awards, including the Best Picture, Best Actress, Gwyneth Paltrow. A comedy about the greatest love story almost ever told. Four stars, the most original comedy since New York Newsday. Starring Gwyneth Paltrow from Sliding Doors and The Perfect Murder. Judi Dench who was the Best Supporting Actress. Jeffrey Rush from Shine. Ben Affleck from Armageddon. And Good Will Hunting. Joseph Fiennes from Elizabeth. And that's all that it's showing. Over 80 critics agree. One of the year's best, including Cisco, Neva, USA Today, and Time Magazine. Rated R, and it's 122 minutes. And here's what it looks like with Shakespeare in Love, and it's got a blockbuster label. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of She's All That with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook. Hip, smart, and hilarious as NBC TV. Also co-star Matthew Lillard, Judy Lynn O'Keefe, Usher Raymond, Kimberly Lil Kim Jones, and Anna Paquin. These two episodes attract, but everyone's trying to keep them apart. I got this VHS from Goodwill. Sexy, fun, and entertaining to CBS Radio. Starring Freddie Prinze Jr. from I Know What You Did Last Summer. And Rachel Lee Cook from Living Out Loud. And everyone will love this movie, so CBN TV. Rated PG-13, it's 95 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for She's All That. And we have the blockbuster label. And now for the next tape I have, we've got the 1998 VHS of Summer Fling with Catherine O'Hara, Jared Leto, Christina Ricci, and Gabriel Byrne. The 90-day PVV window. All-star laughs and fun. Audience favorites: Gabriel Byrne, from The Man in the Iron Mask and The Usual Suspects. Kevin Hart from Home Alone 1 and 2, Christina Ricci from the Addams Family Values, and Jared Leto from How to Make an American Woman and Profotaine. Excuse me. Single moviegoers from Miramax and trailered on Crimpin's Tribe. Plus Deep Rising and Price Above Rubies and more. Fun facts, breakthrough campaign powers, rental profits. Radar, and it's 103 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Summer Fling. It was pre May 1st, 1998. Next tape I have is the 1997 VHS of Swingers. The year's most winning comedies is the Boston Globe. 2 thumbs up to Siskel and Ebert. Get a Knife Life. A Terrific Comedies is Entertainment Weekly. Starring John Favreau from Rudy, Vince Vaughn from The Lost Word Jurassic Park 2. Hip and Funny is Los Angeles Times. Radar, it's 96 minutes, and here's a table play for Swingers, and it was from May 4th, 1999. Either it's a 1998 VHS. Alright. That's go. Well, I won't let that happen. And now for the last VHS tape from Miramax, and it's the 1999 VHS of The Walk on the Moon with Diane Lane, Viggo Mortensen, Lee Schreiber, and Anna Paquin. One of the best films of the year since Good Morning America, selected and beautifully acted, says the New York Times. Outstanding, says New York Newsday. Diane Lynch was murdered at 1600 Jack and murdered at 1600 and Jack. And Liv Schreiber from Spear and Scream 1 and 2. Viggo Mortensen from A Perfect Murder and G.I. Jane. And also the Best Supporting Actress to Piano 1993, and she's all that. I'll give you a terrific performance. Don't listen, says Anywhere News. Rated R, it's 107 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for A Walk on the Moon. There's a blockbuster label. I'm going to end up with a sore throat because I was talking for a long time while showing through these entire VHS tapes. I don't want to do that, so I need to rest right after this. Now let's move on to showing you these Dimension VHS tapes and then we'll be over. Starting off with the Spy Kids clamshells. First tape we have is the 2001 VHS of Spy Kids. Full, real spies, only smaller. A charming and clever family film since Los Angeles Times. I got this VHS, I think I don't know when I got this VHS, but I already got one for Easter. Actually, I got the first copy for Easter. Antonio Banderas and Carla Gugino are the two big actors of this film. A Treasure says Roger Ebert for Chicago Sun-Times. Rated PG-13 for action sequences, and it's 88 minutes. And here's what that tape looks like for Spy Kids. It was printed on August 19th, 2001. Next tape I have is the 2003 VHS The Spy Kids 2 Island of Lost Dreams. I got this tape for Easter as well. James Bond for Kids. This is Rod Dreamer, Chicago Sun-Times. Co-starring Holland Taylor and Ricardo Montalban as the two main actors' parents. Outside the original with more action than you can imagine, says ABC TV. Rated PG for action sequences and free food humor. It's 100 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Spy Kids 2 Island of Lost Dreams. And it was put on January 14th, 2003. And now for the last tape I'm showing you, and it's not the last tape I'm showing you for this video, but the last tape of the Spy Kids tapes. It's the 2004 VHS of Spy Kids 3 Game Over. I ordered the first copy for Easter, but it was a Canadian copy, so I had to order a new one. And it's the US copy. Family friendly, enjoyable fun, says the New York Times. Secret, starring Gerald Sabara and Alex Vega. Also starring Sylvester Stallone. The best Spy Kids movie, yes, is UPN TV. Rated PG for action sequences of Pearl, and it's 84 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Spy Kids 3 Game Over. And was put on December 9th, 2003, even though it's 2004 VHS. Alright. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of Boys and Girls with Freddie Prinze Jr., Claire Forlani, and Jason Biggs. Smart, sexy, and wildly entertaining is Launch.com. Warning, sex changes everything. Uh-oh. I gotta hurry. This is almost 4 o'clock. So, Non-Stop Charms is the Boston Globe. Down to use, and she's all that. Claire Forlani says Mystery Men meet Joe Black. Jason Biggs will have you luring and Alice, says 17 magazine. Rated 13 is 94 minutes. And here's the website for Boys and Girls for October 17th, 2000. I gotta get these tapes quick. Actually, I'll have to stop right here. So actually I'm gonna have to pause for a minute because I have a Zoom meeting coming up, so I'll be right back. And I'm back again. I'm sorry I was gonna have a 4 o'clock meeting, but the host already forgot about her clients. And we're just gonna continue where we left off. So, next tape I got is the 2001 VHS of Highlander Endgame with Adrian Paul and Christopher Lambert. Exclusive new cut edition from the producers of the original Highlander. It will take two immortals to defeat the ultimate evil, but in the end there can only be one. I got this VHS from Bay Farm. No, not from Bay Farm, from Goodwill. A must-see for Highlander fans. Exclusive all-new cut from the producers of the original Highlander, featuring 12 minutes of additional from added footage not seen in theaters. Starring Christopher Lambert from Highlander 1, 2, and 3 of Mortal Kombat. Also starring Highlander TV series star Adrian Paul. Also co-starring. Actually doesn't have to co-star on the back. The ultimate battle against the forces of darkness. Rated R for bloody violence and some strong sexuality and language is 101 minutes. And here's the two looks like for Highlander Endgame. It was put on September 18th, 2001. Next tape I have is the 2001 VHS of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back with Ben Affleck, Shannon Elizabeth, Will Ferrell, Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, and Chris Rock. Hollywood had it coming. Hilarious, a blast of comic irreverence, says Rolling Stone. Side-splitting, the perfect comedy, says New York Magazine. Starring Ben Affleck for Good Will Hunting, Chris Rock for Nurse Betty, Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie, and Jason Lee from Almost Famous. A rushless comedy that everyone can enjoy, says US Weekly. Rated R for non-stop crude and sexual humor, pervasive, strong language and drug content, 104 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Put on July 25th, 2002. I think this is a 2002 release. I was wrong, this is a 2001 release. So it might be the 2002 VHS. Next tape I have is the 1997 VHS of Scream with David Arquette, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Skeet Ulrich, and Drew Barrymore. Clever, hip, and scary, says WBI Radio New York. Someone's taken their love of scary movies one step too far. Someone's taken their love of scary movies one step too far. I got this VHS off of eBay. A Clever Throw, says the Washington Post. Starring Drew Barrymore from Boys on the Side, Courtney Cox from Friends, Neve Campbell from The Craft, Skeet Ulrich from Touch, and David Arquette from Beautiful Girls. Sensational, terrific entertainment, says Los Angeles Times. Rated R, it's 111 minutes. And here's what it looks like for Scream. It was put on November 29th, 1997. I don't want to fall on you, so can you please scoot over? Can you please scoot over, please? Next tape I have is a 1998 VHS of Scream 2 with David Arquette, Ned Campbell, Courtney Cox, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jimmy Kennedy, Jerry O'Connell, Jada Pinkett, and Lee Schreiber. Twice as hip, scary, and entertaining, says WBI Radio New York. Someone has taken their love of the sequels one step too far. Directed by Wes Craven and written by Kevin Williamson. I got this VHS. I think it was from off from Goodwill or something. I'm not too sure. Delicious, diabolical, diabolical, and fun, says Rolling Stone. Starring Neve Campbell from Scream and Party of Five, Courtney Cox from Friends, David Arquette from Beautiful Girls, and Kevin Williamson from Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer. And it's featuring the director of Wes Craven, who is also the director of Scream. Throwing and stunningly scary, says ABC TV. Rated R, 120 minutes. And here's what the tape looks like for Scream. And it was put on March 17th, 2000. Even though it was a 1998 VHS. Next tape I have. We got two more. I know it's a long video. Next tape I have is a 2000 VHS of T.G. Mrs. Tingle. An outrageous comedy filled with terrific twists as Hollywood stars. Lots of fun since Los Angeles Times. The new film from Kevin Williamson. I got to see it just from Goodwill. Or from one of my dad's son's VHS tapes, 1 and 2. 4 stars since Detroit News. Kevin Williamson also stars from Scream, Scream 2, and the TV show Dawson's Creek. Lee Ann Watson is from Dawson's Creek, Go, and Disturbing Behavior. And Helen Mirren is also from The Madness of King George. And Barry Watson is from Seventh Heaven. And they've got $8 from Independence Day. And Molly Ringwald is from Since You've Been Gone. Outrageously Funny is Westwood 1. Rated PG-13 is 95 minutes. Well, it's 5 o'clock. And it's alright, and it was just time for me to feed Gilbert his dinner. And Mom already feed his Gilbert for me while she's here, but now she's already left. And here's what the tape looks like for T.G. Mrs. Tingle. And it was printed on March 11th, 1995. Even though it's the 2000 I think it's the 1995 VHS, not 2000. Because look at the print date. I'll give you an exact close-up of this print date. Oh, wait. There you go. I just peeled the paper thing off. And this tape and these tapes in the VHS tape, these thingies here are nearly yellow. They're kind of like golden yellowish. So that's why that's the whole reason why they're not in great condition. So, and now for the last tape I have, which is the 1998 VHS of Texas Rangers with James Van Der Beek, Dylan McDermott, Usher Raymond, Ashton Kutcher, and Rachel Lee Cook. Before there was law, there were the Rangers. I also I don't know where I got this VHS from. I think I got it from Goodwill. In a land without justice, a few brave men fought back and became legends. Starring James Van Der Beek from Dawson's Creek and Varsity Blues, Dylan McDermott from The Practice, Ashton Kutcher from That 70s Show, Usher Raymond from The Faculty, and Leonard McNally from McDermott. And also Rachel Lee and co-starring Rachel Lee Cook from She's All That and Robert Patrick from Spy Kids. This movie is from the director of Halloween H2O. Old-fashioned shoot 'em up, says the Daily Herald. Rated PG-13 for Western violence. It is 90 minutes. And those are 2 looks like for Texas Rangers. was printed August 31st, 2002. Even though it's a 1998 VHS. Actually, yeah, I think it's a 2002 VHS. So. And that's going to be a wrap for this longest movie collection video for 2020 so far, which is my Hollywood Miramax Dimension VHS Collection 2020 edition. That was the longest video for my movie collection videos of 2020 so far. So, if you like the video, please be sure to share, subscribe, comment, and also click the post notification bell. Also, you can also request me what VHS DVD collection videos we do next. Remember, one request at a time, please. Whoever sends me that request of what VHS or DVD collection videos we do next. Actually, let me try this again. You can send me you can request me what VHS or DVD collection videos we do next. Remember, one request at a time, please. And whoever sends me that request first gets it. Also, I'm going to start hosting a bingo tournament for my YouTube channel for 10 players. So before I start this, send me your recent home address in the comments down below and request me however bingo card you want me to make you, and I'll mail it to you. However, the B column needs 5 different numbers between 1 and 15. The I column needs 5 different numbers between 16 and 30. The N column needs 4 different numbers between 31 and 45, and also a free space in the center. The G column needs 5 different numbers between 46 and 60, and the O column needs 5 different numbers between 61 and 75. Thanks for watching. This video is now adjourned.